Hello.
How's it going, dude?
I was supposed to go and finish these bloody puppets that are due in like 3 weeks today. Yeah, you know Sean Tan?
No.
He's like some bigwig. He's like an illustrator from Sydney or something.
Okay.
And he's done a couple of like picture books which got famous in America, and that's how you get successful in Australia, is you get successful in America, and then everybody takes knowledge of you. And he wrote a book about colonialism called, he didn't write a book, he just drew the book because it's only illustration, and it was called The Rabbits. And then that's the British arrival in, what do you call it, Australia. And then, and then the play we're doing now is Rules of Summer. And it's like just about some like terrible older brother and his like little brother. And it's mainly just like vignettes, the book itself. And they basically turned it into an interactive stage play with puppets and stuff. So I have to make 2 full-scale puppets, which are about like 1.5 meters big. And I also have to make, I've made 50 shadow puppets.
So the actors are going to be interacting with the puppets?
Well, the actors are like, there's 4 actors and they wander around. And then there's also, it's audience participation.
Oh, okay.
Instead of interactive, yeah. So there's like little kids getting up on stage and stuff.
Video's frozen. Can I call you back?
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay.
Is there like a delay on when I speak?
No, the audio's good. And the video seemed to be good for a second and then it just froze. There's no video yet, but the audio's still good. Oh, there you go. Okay. So how do people move into that sort of space? Like, so it's not going to be on a stage, it's just going to be played out in a hall or something like that?
It will be on a stage. It will be on a stage. It's just, so it's like, not really sure. Well, like, it's just going to be on stage. So I think they start the show with, instead of like an usherer, like letting people in, it's going to be some of the actors have to lead people to their seats, which sounds like a really daunting process, actually, because it's like they're supposed to be like starting the show the second the door opens.
Yeah. Weird. I went to this dance performance in Manchester, and that was because they were like coming.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of not that shocking anymore now, I suppose. You know, like that kind of when performers kind of break out, and the fourth wall's broken and stuff like that.
They've been doing it for so long, but it's like I still think that the audiences don't like it that much. It's like if it was an audience of people who do theatre,
Yeah.
they would probably like it.
Yeah.
But aside from that, general populations don't like it. It's they just don't like it because they want to be sitting and they don't want to be confronted. Yeah, it's like I think there's a school of theatre called like Theatre of the Oppressed, and it started out in like South America, I'm not sure where, and the idea was to enact social change by like I think they did this thing where they would show a scene where like some kind of social injustice was happening, or a boss was mistreating their workers or something, and then the audience would come in and they would actively go, "Oh, can you? I'll change this," and and then the audience member would basically take the position of the boss in this situation and enact the scene the way it should have gone. So that was about like civil rights and stuff, but when that gets that sort of thing is very popular in like actually they tried to make that popular in like places like Australia, but it doesn't really work because the people who go to see these shows are like definitely not oppressed whatsoever. They're like the absolute opposite of it, and it just misses the point really. And so it never succeeds, and it's just one of those things which doesn't translate very well.
9 trilobytes of files that I've recovered, and they're all gibberish, so I've got to piece back together all these project files.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean by gibberish, though?
Because when you get it recovered, it's just data. So usually when you like save all these different files, everything's like a sequence, and it's under a proper file name. And then like a saved project file will be able to automatically put all them files together. Instead, I've got to kind of go through like masses of like sequences of shit and just kind of piece it all together. Like I've fucked off like loads of, and it was a fucking RAID 5 as well, man. It's supposed to be the safest hard drive RAID setup going.
Oh, for fuck's sake, coding Ragdoll cunt. Fucking Houdini is hard as fuck, but it's a beautiful box of frogs. Aye. They say quote unquote the director in a derogatory way, as in twat, hang on. As in the person who has last minute demands, makes shit decisions in the 11th hour, and whose name and ego thousands of overworked techies are expected to work for overtime for fucking months on end. Aye, so that was said in a cuntish way. There's a massive culture gap between production and experimenting. It's really tightly organised production lines of specialists. I mean, there's loads of specialisms. So there's no room for arty gesture or pixel poetry. It's all about emulating cameras and photorealism. You fucking know you're stepping outside that realm. I was chatting to one of my film schoolers who's a puppeteer in Perth. I've been thinking about puppet theatre. Puppets are not these poor copies or simulacra, but they're their own thing, their own being. They have moves people can't make, but they're prosthetic. They need a puppet master, an operator, or an animator. People can't cut puppet shapes, mate. Aye. Wait, what's this? In a cyberpunk world full of malfunctioning lights and replicated web maps, mate. That's fucking fucked for years to make 3 minutes of borrowed ideas. you want for that, you want taking another fucking 3 to render the cunt. Gorgeous. But can it do God rays?